I really enjoy volunteering with GNRC for a lot of reasons, primarily because everyone at some time or other is going to end up being older. And it offers so many different opportunities for me to help people figure out what they need to do as they get older. For example, with the Medicare stuff, I'm going to need to know how to do that, and I'm learning things about that. And I'm also helping people figure out how to navigate the governmental paperwork. The people who come to GNRC actually need something, they need help with something, and a lot of times I think people don't even know what they need to be doing as they get older. I mean, particularly for Medicare, it's like everyone knows, oh, you get Medicare at 65. So, but you don't realize there are things you're supposed to be doing for 65 that can affect after 65. There are choices that you make just based on advertising that may be good for you, but they could also be detrimental to you in the long run. And I think it's really important to have, a non-biased entity that's actually telling you things like what's good for you or what are the consequences to your different choices. Because I don't think anyone really realizes the number of consequences that go with the different choices you can make when you're just initially enrolling. I enjoy helping people. I was a lawyer for 35 years, and now I just really enjoy helping people and being cheery and making it comfortable for people to come into a situation where they're trying to figure out their consequences that are going to be affecting them for the rest of their life in terms of what they're doing and how they're thinking about things and what they're signing up for. And I really just enjoy interacting with people.
I was looking for an opportunity after I retired from full-time work, and I found out about this organization on Hands On Nashville, and I was particularly interested in helping populations who are elderly and maybe needed extra help in managing their lives. And this organization seemed to be a really good fit. Obviously, I think we all have a desire to help people. I think I get a lot of benefit out of meeting the people who need help. And I volunteer once a month, and I go to one of our senior centers out in a fairly rural area, and I get to meet folks who just come by to talk. And I will see there are a range of people. Some people just really need someone to talk to. And some of them have really complicated questions that really impact their lives, their health, their financial health. And I feel like I can make an immediate impact. And the fact that we're accessible out in the community makes a big difference. These are people who might not even be comfortable making a phone call, but they will come talk to me because now I'm a familiar face. I look forward to my volunteer days when I go to my center. And it's not just that I get to drive in beautiful Middle Tennessee out to a beautiful area, but it's that I've become sort of friendly with the staff there. For instance, they had 70s day one day, and everyone dressed up in their 70s garb. And the exercise class that day was a 70s dance party. And I'm not gonna lie, I got in on it, and we had a lot of fun. And then we sat back down and did some Medicare counseling. So you never know what you're going to, what kind of situation you're going to come into, and it can be a lot of fun. What SHIP does so well is training. And I not only got very good training, but also everyone is available, full-time staff is available whenever I have questions, often within minutes. So I feel confident now that I can counsel because I have backup and I've been well trained.
I retired in January 2013. I got through my to-do list in 6 months. And then I said, okay, what am I going to do? For me, I needed something to keep my brain engaged and do whatever that would keep my mind active and keep me sane and make me feel good about myself. And I knew I had a lot of information and understood a lot of things that a lot of people didn't. And I figured it's time for me to give back, to get that information out there and help others figure out what is best for them. And I would encourage you to do something. Again, especially if you're retired, you've got your hobbies. If that's what you're happy doing, that's fine. For me, I wanted something where it could keep me busy. I get out of the house, I do volunteer. I go to a senior center once a month at least. And you just never know where it leads. And you can get yourself into some other things too. And the one thing I tell people, if you don't ask, if you don't try, it won't work or you won't get it. That much I know. So just give it a shot, see how it works out. If it's something you need, help you need, or whatever, or resolution of a problem, ask. The worst that's going to happen is you're going to be told no. Okay, you're right back where you are right now. You didn't have it. You have to start somewhere. And there's a wealth of resources out there that you can use. You get good basic training here. There's a lot of organizations out there that have webinars that are real good, that keep you updated on what's going on. You can sign up for listservs where you can get information, and just hang in there. And I always learn something. Every few days, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's a great staff. There's a good group of volunteers. Some people don't like the counseling piece. They'd rather do presentations. It's whatever you as a volunteer are comfortable with doing. For me, as a retired nurse certified case manager, I was doing benefit administration and actually helping people with Medicare claims in the 70s. Medicare actually started the year I graduated from nursing school. So figure out where your interests are and go to wherever to find that match for yourself, and then give it a try. If you don't like it, it is volunteer. You should not be forced to continue. But for me, and truthfully, I don't know where I'd be without SHIP, because it does give me structure to my days.
When I retired 4 or 5 years ago and found that I needed to sign on to Medicare, I found that process and that system such a maze that maybe I could help others navigate that process with more easily than I was able to. So that's the primary reason that got me going. And in retirement, I wanted to do some things to get out of the house. And so when I learned about SHIP, that seemed like a good possibility. I cannot not mention data entry, which I work with you on pretty much every month. And that's like a form of meditation for me. I call up your spreadsheet, and I have a certain system I patented over these years, and I try to do a certain number every day so that I get through the month's file with time to spare. But what I've mostly done are presentations. And you go through the basics of Medicare and you try to answer questions as best you can. And those circumstances, those environments that you find yourself in are so different. It's a challenge, which I enjoy, to figure out what this room is all about and what will be the best way to address them. It's like the Medicare situations of the individuals in the room are different. Yeah. The presentation situations are different from one group, one place to another. Presentations are something I used to do when I was in my working years that I always enjoyed, so I'm able to keep doing it in retirement, so I feel lucky to be able to do that. So I see pieces of Middle Tennessee that I wouldn't see otherwise. There'd be groups within Tennessee, as you say, that enriches my life. It really does. I feel I get as much, or probably more, out of this work than the audience does.